Hello, welcome to week 5. This is our final week. Um, Many of you have started with the homework, which is good and seems pretty easy for you. This week we're dealing with the sequences and the series. So basically, all right, there's one homework set that you need to complete. The discussion board on sequences and series, give an application of either and explain how your application is connected to a sequence or a series by providing the formula used in your application. Please make sure you do not just copy and paste your example from a website into the discussion board as your post. I want to hear you in the discussion board. So if you pull something from a site, okay, explain what you heard from the site, your interpretation of the application, how it relates to a sequence or a series, etc. Also, in week 5, you are to continue to work on your project, the part C. You notice that writing is a big part of it, so that's why I was trying to push you or tell you, make sure you elaborate more in part C. Tell your story. What is your project about? How did you collect your data? Okay, just give some research material on your topic. Go in depth with it, and you should have at least two resources. And so the APA format, okay, most of you have internet resources, websites, basically on a separate page, okay, you'll have your references, and when you cite your internet sources, you'll write the contributors' names, okay, if you can find it, the contributors' names, the last edited date, the title of your resource, and then you'll say retrieved from HTTP // and then the web address, and that's your format. All right, and so let's see what else. So that's the course project part C. Your discussion. And I think that will get you started. Make sure that you look at my lecture on the sequence and series. I just give you some brief notes on what a sequence is, what a series is, how to calculate arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence. What's the difference? How do you distinguish between a arithmetic sequence and a geometric sequence? And you can incorporate that into the discussion board also. So this should get you started with or continue on your way for the week 5. Again, the term does end on Sunday midnight. Make sure if you didn't do so well on a homework set, go back in and redo any missed problems for the homework set so that you can get a higher grade. Make sure that you have the rubric for let's look at that, the rubric for the grading of the project. Let's look and see. If we go home, if we go down, let's go to course information and see if the a course project grading. All right, so part C. All right. This is part C, making sure you have make sure your introduction is clear. Make sure you state your hypothesis. Make sure you explain in detail how you collected your data. Make sure your data is represented in table form that is presented clearly. Your scattered plot graph, okay, have your graph. Explain, what's going on in your graph. And so that's more writing. Give the details. Tell what graph best fits your data. Is it exponential, quadratic, logarithmic, etc.? Okay. The key is to look for a nonlinear relationship, not a linear. Your college algebra class dealt with the linear, so we're dealing with the nonlinear equations. And then basically, once you have your graph, your data, then you will derive that nonlinear equation to represent your data. Okay. And then you make predictions. Predict two points using your equation that you derived. Okay. And then basically, give the results of your hypothesis. That your hypothesis was, were you right? Were you wrong? What weaknesses did you discover? What strengths? Okay, so you make sure you check your spelling and your grammar, and make sure your references, again, are on a separate page in APA format. So hopefully you will do well and submit everything by Sunday midnight. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will do my best to help.